Imagine for a moment that everything you thought you knew about the sun, your health, and protection is actually incomplete. For years, we've been told that the sun is an enemy, a threat to defend ourselves from, by any means necessary. But what if you discovered that one of the most powerful keys to your vitality comes from this very light source, and that some of your daily habits, designed to protect you, are actually blocking this incredible power? I have analyzed hundreds of research papers and scientific studies to understand the true relationship between us and sunlight. And what I've discovered will forever change the way you approach the sun. But before I reveal these secrets, there's a crucial detail about the light that reaches your eyes that most people ignore. And this is just the beginning. Yes, we're talking about vitamin D. Everyone knows it as the sunshine vitamin, and understands how crucial it is for strong bones. But almost no one grasps the true scope of its benefits, which go far beyond that. Vitamin D is actually a hormone, essential for the health of the immune system, for mood regulation, and even for the prevention of chronic diseases. Adequate sun exposure is the most effective way to synthesize it, much more so than supplements. And here lies the first, major misunderstanding. We have focused only on vitamin D, ignoring an entire universe of benefits that the sun offers our body. But this is just the first layer. There's an aspect of heliotherapy that is even deeper and more incredible, a benefit that isn't linked to any vitamin, and that science is only now rediscovering. This benefit concerns light as a signal. Sunlight, especially in the morning, is a powerful regulator of our internal biological clock, the so-called circadian rhythm. Proper exposure helps improve sleep quality, stabilize mood, and increase energy during the day. It's not magic, it's pure biology. The photoreceptors in our eyes, not just those related to sight, absorb this light and send crucial signals to the brain. But it's right here that the first major disruption to this natural process lurks, and you probably use it every day without knowing. You've been told that sunglasses protect your eyes from UV damage. And for the retina, that's partly true. But what if I told you that by wearing them, you are unintentionally blocking vital signals that your body needs to function at its best, and that this could have a surprising impact on your mood, your sleep, and your daily energy? The truth about what happens when you filter sunlight before it reaches your retina might leave you speechless. Your eyes are not just for seeing the world, but also for perceiving the quality and quantity of ambient light to regulate your circadian rhythms. When you wear sunglasses, especially those with dark or polarized lenses, you filter out blue and green light, the very wavelengths crucial for the circadian signal. This can confuse your brain, telling it that it's always evening or that the light isn't intense enough, even in broad daylight. The result? Disturbed sleep, less energy, and potentially a negative impact on your overall well-being. But there's more. Some studies suggest that the constant use of sunglasses can confuse the body about the real intensity of UV rays. The brain receives a low-light signal through the eyes and, consequently, reduces the production of melanin, the pigment that protects the skin from sun damage, throughout the body. So your skin is exposed to strong sunlight, but without the normal internal preparation it would have if the brain could correctly perceive that light. As a result, the risk of sunburn and long-term skin damage, like premature aging and an increased risk of skin cancer, can paradoxically increase. Understanding the difference between protection and interference is crucial. But the journey doesn't end here. Let's now move on to another pillar of our sun, protection, that might be hiding an even darker side. Are you convinced that sunscreens are your best defense against sun damage? What if you discovered that many of these products contain ingredients that, in the long run, can be more problematic than the UV rays themselves, and that their effectiveness is often misunderstood? There's a reason why more and more experts are rethinking their approach. First of all, many sunscreens contain chemical filters like oxybenzone, or benzophenone-3, octinoxate, octisalate, and avobenzone. Some studies show that these substances can be absorbed into the bloodstream, and they have been detected in the human body for weeks, even months, after application. Research is still fully exploring the long-term effects, but there are concerns about their potential to interfere with the hormonal system, acting as endocrine disruptors, with possible effects on fertility, development, and thyroid function. Oxybenzone, in particular, has been scrutinized for its ability to act like estrogen in the body. But it's not just that. Some studies suggest that various chemical filters, when exposed to UV rays, can generate free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage skin cells and accelerate skin aging, paradoxically contributing to the problem they are supposed to prevent. Furthermore, the perception of safety given by sunscreen often leads to prolonged and careless sun exposure. Many people slather on sunscreen and stay in the sun for hours, convinced they are safe, ignoring that the cream doesn't block 100% of the rays and that the heat and excessive exposure remain stressor for the body. But there is another risk that almost no one considers when using sunscreen. When you cover your skin with a sunscreen, especially those with a high protection factor, you are blocking the entire spectrum of beneficial light. Our body has developed through millions of years of adaptation to sun exposure, and the skin itself is an organ that actively interacts with light. Blocking this interaction prevents natural processes that go beyond the mere production of vitamin D. It's like trying to drink from a clear stream but putting up a barrier that also blocks the drinking water. And then there's the environmental impact. Ingredients like oxybenzone and octinoxate have been linked to the damage of coral reefs, causing bleaching and altering marine ecosystems, so much so that their use has been banned in some tourist areas. And now, the big question: how can we rebalance our relationship with the sun to maximize the benefits and minimize the risks, without falling into the traps of these false protections? Understanding the true relationship with the sun means unlocking an unimaginable potential for well-being. It's not about eliminating protection, but about practicing heliotherapy consciously and intelligently. Exposing yourself to direct sunlight for short periods each day, especially in the early morning or late afternoon when UVB rays are less intense and blue light is abundant, can provide all the benefits we've discussed, without the risk of sunburn. Allow light to reach your eyes without filters to regulate your circadian rhythm. When the sun's intensity is high, seek shade, wear protective clothing, and consider using mineral sunscreens, like those based on zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, which create a physical barrier on the skin rather than being absorbed, only when strictly necessary, and not as a shield for reckless exposure when your skin is still pale. The sun is not an enemy, but a powerful ally when you know and respect it. We have revealed its therapeutic benefits beyond vitamin D. We have exposed the potential harms of sunglasses and chemical sunscreens. But there is still much to discover about how to best integrate heliotherapy into your life for optimal health. If this video has opened your eyes to the true power of the sun, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next deep dives into wellness and health.